All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me once again today for probably what is going to be the final Shadowrun Hong Kong stream. We are in the end game. We have discovered the secrets, we've worked out the riddles, we've dreamed the dreams and seen the visions, we've rescued our foster father, and now it is time to dive into the walled city of Kowloon and finish our business with Raymond Black. Hey, Grill, SDK, Tor, Robin, Hair Lost, Lurker, Grillager, Jeremiah. Thank you all for joining me on this adventure. It's going to be a good time. I've had a good time playing this game, or replaying this game, rather. I've always enjoyed these Hare Brained Schemes Shadowrun games, all of them, to be honest. Even the first one, which was a little bit more bare bones. They kind of hadn't quite locked the design down at that point, but this is probably the end point. This is the end result of all the work that went into these games. Okay, 5 people huddle together next to your crew, muttering among themselves and pointing at the towering slum. One of them notices you and pats another on the chest with the back of his hand. It's the man who's been guarding the walled city entrance since you arrived in Heyoi. He acknowledges you, a look of doomed determination on his face. Mrs. Chang sends her regards. She told us to keep an eye out for you. Something Auntie needs? Mrs. Chang wants to know what the hell's going on inside the walled city. She sent us to find out and report back to her. She said to us that if we saw you heading in there, we should go with you. We'd have a better chance of staying alive. Well, she's right. We can take care of ourselves, Westerner. But Mrs. Chang said to follow your orders, so that's what we're doing. We need to provide for our families. The group of triads nod to each other in forlorn unity as they take in the panic around them. The storm, the flood of people, the towering tenement, and something else. A wave of something emanating from within. You feel that? It's like the walled city's bad breath or something. It's disgusting. I feel unclean just looking at the place. Like life has no value or something. Like there's just no point to anything. That's the toxic chi, and it's exactly the point. We need to get rid of it. Fix it at the source, if I can. Fortune Engine is located at the heart of the walled city. That's where I need to go. I'll drop a marker in the center of the walled city on everyone's PDA, Big Jim. We should be able to weave our way through it to the machine. Alright, well, Raymond's the key to this whole thing. I want him protected. Yeah, I'll put some body armor under his clothing. It'll stop a 45 at close range. We can also take advantage of the chaos. It may cover our approach in case someone is trying to stop us. Good idea. We should split up, too. Keep Raymond back out of harm's way. Look around, Gunshow. This whole place is in harm's way. Be safer if we split up. Big Jim leads some of us to clear the way to the machine. Auntie's men can follow with the rest of us, escorting Raymond once the way is secure. Alright, it's a plan. We improvise from there. Use your comm to stay in touch. We have no idea what we're going to face in there. So, this is the game's way of getting all of your characters in, but not breaking the mold of letting you have 4 characters in a mission. So you take 4 characters with you, the rest plus the triads and Raymond stay back in the second team, and then people can pop up in the final fight, but you don't have the player controlling, like, the whole team at once. Okay, take care of yourself. Yeah, you be careful too, Dad. The time for timidity is over, Mr. Henderson. No more cowardice. It's time for me to finally take action. This is the end of prosperity. Alright, end of prosperity. Here we go. Let's do this thing. I am going to take the usual crew. I don't actually remember if there's going to be any decking, but I am going to take Isabel. I'm going to take Gobbet, and then I'm going to take Ractor. Duncan can guard Dad, and the Dream Team here will lead the charge. We are about to enter the walled city. The typhoon pours down as the Triad soldiers fan out in front of you, leading the way into Kowloon walled city. Raymond shuffles along, alert and intent. Although exhausted by all that has gone on, he drives himself forward and will not accept help from anyone. Wu watches the windows and rooftops, his rifle never leaving his shoulder. He occasionally risks a glance at his foster father. Concern, frustration, and anger playing over his face like a slideshow. The walled city is worse than in your first visit. Even with the rain, you can feel something in the air. It's thicker now, and it clings to your skin like invisible filth. The miserable noises of slum life are gone, replaced by something worse. The sounds of death. The sounds of fear. As you round a corner, the group stops before heading in deeper. Hey, Garsamore, how's it going? Somehow managed to miss every session where I've used the rigger. Well, now you get to see it. It'll be a grand adventure. Okay, we don't need that. We got a Night Errant Flashbang Premium Med Kit. I'm going to take the Platinum Trauma Kit on Big Jim, because he's kind of the one who's going to be tanking damage. On Isabel, we'll get another Med Kit. And we will get a Night Errant Flashbang. We'll get the Mummy... We're going to use the Mummy Spirit Talisman, because this is like I said, this is the end of the show. We'll use the Mummy Spirit Talisman. And then Raktor, we will give Raktor some drugs, and we'll give him another basic flashbang for when he's not controlling Kostji. Good old Kostji the Deathless. Alright, we do have Karma available. Yes, let's open our Karma screen. See what we have. We have 15 points of Karma available. We're at Strength 9, Close Combat 9. The intelligence bug is still happening, so we can't improve our intelligence. That's fine, I didn't really want to do that anyway. We could improve our quickness and dodge if we wanted to. We could put a point in body, so that would be 8. We're 1 short of being able to increase body and quickness and dodge. But what we can do is... we could pump strength up to 10. We could increase willpower. I don't think that's very high value. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go body 8. And then quickness 5. And then I'll put the last couple points in willpower just to reduce the chance to be hit by magic spells by a little bit. That'll zero out our karma, and we're ready to roll. Okay, the inner walled city. What you've seen in your dreams feels tame by comparison. The atmosphere is humid with the oppressive weight of despair. You feel it bearing down on your shoulders, whispering for you to give up, lie down, await your miserable fate. Your skin feels oily and unclean. Finally here. Finally past the trash heap that encrusts this place. He reaches out and touches a Duraplast wall. The paint has long since chipped away, but what remains is enough to tell you that you're looking at the original exterior of Kowloon Walled City. It looks much sturdier than the ramshackle construction that has grown up around it. This is what Mother and I built, what was supposed to help people. All that we wanted was to help. Very poetic. Now let's move. I'm done with talking. I don't want to spend a second longer in this place than I have to. Yeah, he's hopped up on drugs and fear, so fair enough. Raymond doesn't move. He stands there, staring at a painted section of wall to his left. Tracing his gaze, you can see what he's looking at. It's faint, but it's there. A faded stamp of the Chang Mechanical Services logo. Even this is a nightmare now. Decrepit and rotting and falling apart. It was supposed to be a good place. A safe place. Yeah, well, it isn't. And we all know whose fault that is, don't we? Okay, Raymond, that's fine. I get, yeah, we've been wallowing in your grief for a while. It's time for us to go do some stuff. You need to clear me a path to the sarcophagus that surrounds the fortune engine. It will be at the center of all this. Okay, yep, that's the plan. Thank you. Great. You cut a path, I'll go with kindly soldiers on the B team. We'll escort Ray via side streets, keep him safe till we can regroup. I'll get him there. Alright, take care of yourself too, Duncan. Yeah, let's just get this done. Okay, everything in this place either wants you gone or wants you dead. Got it. Okay, so there goes the B team. Vanishing into nothingness. There's people standing around. There's a yellow Lotus soldier. Hey, friendo, how's it going? Stop right there. Okay, I've stopped. Can I talk to you? A group of Yellow Lotus 49ers is holding this entrance. Their leader, a dumpy female elf with chipped teeth and a bouffant hairdo, stumbles towards you. Drop your guns and get down on the floor. Drop everything or we'll gut you like pigs. Okay, we're with Kindly. Chang? Chang? Her time is done. We have a new queen now. Yep, okay, great. That's, fantastic. Alright, here come the gangsters. First fight. Time for violence. Alright. Let's pop the wired reflexes. Let's pop the haste. And the aim. Perfect. And Jimbo. So there's a sniper back there, a soldier, a mage, and a soldier. Let's go hit this mage first. Okay, good. Mage unconscious. That's what we wanted. Then we'll hit the sniper. Perfect. Sniper. Oh, not unconscious. There we go. Sniper. Dead. Love it. And with our last action point, let's go hit the mage again. Fuck you, wizard. Who do you think you are? Gonna cast a spell about it? I don't think so. Okay, put a couple grenades downrange. Love it. Like it, love it, gotta have it. Raptor. Go down in there. Can you pop into control mode? And go ahead and overclock. Oh, line of sight blocked. Raptor can't overclock the drone. That's rude. Okay, so we've got a laser mount, a shotgun mount. Aim. Let's get a target locked shot. Perfect. Dead. Love it. Laser shot. Excellent. That lowered his action points. And yeah, Raptor, you just stay there. That's fine. Perfect. And Big Jim will now complete his punching. Oh my god, 4 punches around. It's too good. It's incredible. Excellent. All done. We don't need brains. We can literally beat God into submission. Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're right. That's the way it goes. Okay. Looks like the Yellow Lotus are fighting with somebody. Hey, what's going on here? Gangsters. Resident of the Lotus Den. Okay, I want to bet that's Bao's replacement. You heard me, dog. You want to live, you give me the shit. Otherwise, I'm going to rip off your fingers and shove them down your throat. Ah, good. Friendly people. Hey, Broken, we're about to fight God. Or a God. Song, I can't give you what you're looking for. Okay. I don't want any trouble. I don't want any quarrel with you, and I don't have any... you know what, should we intervene? You know what, sure. Why don't we intervene? Yeah, leave the man alone. You know what's good for you, you'll turn and run. Your call. Yeah, go ahead, little man. Take a swing, see what happens. None of your business, alright? Yeah, okay, she's backing off. Yeah, if you're itching for a fight, fight me. Or back down. Okay, bye, Song. I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but maybe I can get a discount or something. Hey, buddy, what you got? Thanks for your help. I'm here on business. I see. What's going on in the city? Things are bleak. Sang officers, triads, and residents everywhere. It's like swimming through people's soup. Seen anything strange? Locals acting sort of off. Some are wandering around in the daze, others are having tantrums. A few of them are wailing on officers like crazed animals. I thought they might just be pissed about their homes being invaded, but there's something in their eyes. Yeah, something in their eyes, alright. Be careful around the civilians. Okay, yeah, I'd like to buy some stuff. What do you got? Ooh, gold trauma kits. Yes. I would, in fact, like to spend all of my money on trauma kits. Thank you. We're gonna give you a trauma kit. You've already got a trauma kit. We're gonna give you a trauma kit. Fantastic. Alright, bye. Bye, Street Shaman. Good luck with everything. All the shit that's happening. Oh. Okay. Some guys and a turret. A slender woman stands a few meters in front of you. An extravagant coat hangs over her delicate frame, the hood pulled low over her face. She's facing you, but you can't make out her features. Behind her, another woman approaches at a trot. She's wearing ballistic armor and has her weapon drawn. The insignia that's been emblazoned onto her shoulder pad is familiar to you. Sang. Hey, you there! You heard us. Clear the area. Do it now. The inner blocks are off limits to non-Sang personnel. My apologies. I got a bit lost. I'm not really familiar with this area. Well, that's okay, but don't you try that on me. You make one more sound and I'm gonna... Oh, well, okay. Vampire lady just murdered this guard. There we go. Good old Kufang, the vampire queen of Repulse Bay. Remember her? Kufang, pleasure to see you again. Pleasure's all mine. You're right on time, by the way. Apologies for the mess. It's like eating soup dumplings. The liquid winds up getting everywhere, no matter how careful you try to be. She's getting better at this vampire queen of the night thing, I gotta say. Shouldn't you be lording it over the Repulse Bay? That was what we helped you out for. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but why are you here? I'm here to help you, of course, and to bask in the misery of the walled city. It's quite intoxicating, you know, the poisonous energy of this place and of the being at the center of it all. I'm surprised that you can't feel it yourself. I can feel it. It's repulsive. Personally, I love it. The slow churn of toxic chi, the aura of doom and despair that clogs the arteries of the walled city. Maybe it's a vampire thing. Yet another advantage of being undead. If you have high biotech, you can go well actually at her right here. But that would be super fucking rude in any case. Yeah, maybe. I have a question for you. The thing that has arrived here, this Yama King, what are your intentions for it? Now this is interesting. Depends on it. I was wondering whether you plan to kill the thing. Okay, so here's the interesting thing. You can actually solve this, non-violently, and it's kind of interesting to do so. I don't think this conversation locks you into a choice, but I actually don't remember this conversation super well, because I often did not help Kufang. Let's say if it makes me. I suppose that will have to do. I will help you. The energies that your Yama King secretes are quite delicious. I can only imagine they will become more so at the moment of her death. I'm betting that you will, or that you'll try to, at least. We'll see. Okay, so there's basically... There's two things that you can do with Kufang here. You can either have her, like, join you or be on your side deeper in, or you can have her cover this area and keep Sang guards from coming after you, which I think removes, as I recall, removes certain enemies from some of the later fights. Yeah, sure. Come on with us. Let's bring the bipedal leech on board. What's the worst that could happen? We've already got Gaichu on the team. What's the hurt here? Very good. This is going to be fun. Okay, so now we've got Kufang. I don't know what this is, but I can interact with this. This is a way of getting past the turrets if you don't have Kufang. That's right. Got anything you can do with this, Isabel? Okay, so I flip a switch and the turrets go down. Perfect. Yep, turrets down. Here we go. We're going to the mid-ring. How do you convince the demon to go back quietly? You will see. Your comlink buzzes. It's Raymond, still alive. James, what's your status? Your mother set up a cordon around the inner walled city. We just got through. Cordon? How did you get through? Yeah, we had to take him down. Too much loss of life. I love, like, the gunshots and chaos you can hear in the background, by the way. Unfortunate but unavoidable. Try to avoid more casualties. Yeah, look, Raymond, I'm trying, but the nearer you draw to the fortune engine, the worse the astral disruptions will become. Make sure that when you reach... Oh, call cuts out. Okay. This guy's timing could not be worse. That better not have been important. Can we reestablish contact? Okay, let's move forward. The walled city's mid-ring stands tall before you. Looks even worse than what you just trekked through. A jumbled nightmare of crumbling buildings and exposed wires. A terrible sense of deja vu washes over you. You put one foot in front of the other and press further inside. Hey buddy, this guy's just chilling. He's fine. Nothing bad's happened to him. There's some people, fleeing from deeper in. So that's a good sign. There's a lovely little demon down here that's just eating a guy. Hello? Hi, friend. Yep. There he goes, being a demon. And you know what we do about demons. I'm actually going to want you to heal yourself. And then put the mojo on Big Jim. Great. Now, fortunately, these ranged servitors really don't have much HP, so we can just kind of beat the pulp out of them. Hey, and we gained a point of karma for that. We're so good. Rude, attacking without any... I know, right? They've got no... There's no, like... These demons, I tell ya. The crowd is in a frenzy. They're shouting, screaming at the Chang security officers who block their progress. A dead body lies in a rapidly expanding pool of blood at their feet. They've already shot one of those poor bastards. Any second now, they're going to open up on the rest. I've seen enough riots to know they always end the same way. Okay, Chang security arrived in force about an hour ago. They've been cordoning off streets and pushing people out ever since. It looks like they're trying to take control of the inner walled city, but the desperate poor have them outnumbered 1,000 to 1. The inevitable massacre should begin any second now. Crowd surges forward and a burst of gunfire pushes them back. Back away! Back the fuck away! I'm warning you, clear the area now! Please, this is our home. Our families are still inside. This is for your own good. We are here to protect you. You can't be here. Back away. This is your last warning. Okay, so here you can, because I'm really fast because of my magic legs, I can attack them and get the first shot. I can try to intervene and get shot at, or I can do nothing and let them shoot up the civilians and possibly find another way around. But I'm Big Jim. I'm going to attack them. Now, unfortunately, I'm way back here. So here are the Chang soldiers. There's 3 of them. There's a whole bunch of random civilians out here. We're just gonna do the Big Jim thing. Once again, yep, channel haste. There we go. And let's drop an aim. Perfect. You'll love to see it. And here comes Big Jimbo. Hello, friend. Have you considered punch? Have you ever thought about accepting the gospel of punch into your life? Yeah, I didn't think so. You really should. Well, I accidentally hit Jim with that, missile. Alright, let's get Raptor. Let's overclock him. Perfect. And then let's take Kostji and kind of put him behind cover here where he's not easily visible. Nope, I need that square. There we go. Perfect. Alright, Kostji. You've got 5 action points, a laser, a shotgun, a rifle. There you go. Missed with the shotgun. Let's throw an aimed shot at him. Perfect. And we also have Kufang. Kufang has vampire powers, so can punch, can bite, which restores her own HP, and can rip, which does bleeding damage. And then she also has various martial arts techniques. She can disarm, she can roundhouse kick to hit adjacent targets, and she can rip armor to do AP damage and strip armor. She can also spray venom, because that's a thing vampires can do. Hey, Panda. Okay, so, let's go, and we don't need to restore any HP. I think we want AP damage, actually, so let's rip armor if we can. Perfect. -2 AP. Love it. The civilians are now going to flee in panic, which is a very appropriate thing for them to do, and I applaud them for it. Yeah, Big Jim got a punch, buddy, but let's be honest, she's not as good at it as Jim is. There we go. Perfect. Alright. All the murders are taken care of. Nothing over there in that area. That's locked up. Oh, there's a detonator. Look at that. We found an explosive detonator. You'll love to see it. Mechanical key with accompanying detonator for standard military-grade explosive charges. Oh, there's another demon over there. Let's go say hi to our demon buddy. Our demon buddy just murdered a guy, and then vanished into the center of the walled city. So, that's okay. We'll see him later, I'm sure. Meanwhile, I don't know what the fuck this is. Hi, friends. The muffled sound of shouting coming from the west. Multiple voices all calling out for something. You can't make out what they're saying, but they sound like they are in a panic. Great, another of those things. Can't say I'm thrilled with the prospect of wading deeper into their territory. I have concerns, is what I'm saying. Okay, yeah, tell you what. The next time we see something like that, we shoot it, hope for the best. A pack of wild-eyed civilians are trapped behind this barricade. You can hear them speaking, a maddening stew of slurred words and strange noises, all mixed together into an unintelligible stew. Some appear to be crying, others are clearly wounded. A group of Tsang officers surround the gibbering civilians. They're clearly agitated, some as wild-eyed as the people they're accosting. Their body language takes you back to the corporate prison and the years that you spent incarcerated there. This is what it looked like when the guards were about to remove an inmate from the gene pool. Penned up as they are, the civilians will be helpless to fight back. Unless someone lets them out of their cage, they're as good as dead. We can't go in, Big Jim. Not unless you're actively looking to get hurt. I've dealt with these people. They're not right in the head. What do you mean by not right? Their feeble minds have succumbed to the forces at play in this city. Whatever conscience used to govern their thoughts has degraded or gone, maybe even for good. They're no longer in control of their actions, and they're dangerous. Alright, what do you suggest? We leave. Those people are a threat to us, just as much as those officers are to them. But if you're set on helping them, I suppose you could use that fuse box over there to blow the barricade. Who knows? Maybe it'll distract the officers or something. You know, this seems like a Big Jim thing to do. Yeah, there's some explosives over here. The only way forward is through the barricade. Okay. Spot 2 detonation charges. One rigged to the barricade, the second rigged to the bridge. Looks as though blasting your way forward will also destroy your only known avenue of retreat. If you do this, you could wind up stuck here. Okay, well that's fascinating. Because we didn't have to come this way. There was a door leading to the center of the walled city behind us. Yeah, sure. Let's destroy the barricade. Why not? Big Jim never retreats. That's right. Big mood. Big Jim mood. Hit the demolition button. Boom, motherfucker. The explosion is deafening. Tsang security troops that were threatening them barely managed to stand their ground. Disperse, damn it! Get back or we'll open fire! The crowd moves as one, lurching forward with maniac grins on their faces. The leader, a skeletal man in his early 20s, allows his lips to part. He doesn't have a tooth in his head, and his tongue is missing. Oh, okay, well, great. So, I'm not sure that was... Why are you throwing bombs at us? Come on now. Oh my god. Oh my god. The triple grenade barrage. Didn't I already detonate that bomb? Hold on. I already detonated that bomb. Well, there's my route into the walled city. I feel like I've made a mistaken error, but that's okay. We'll just drop the old Big Jim haste. Just like that. And then we'll run over here. I feel that there's been a glitch. Yes, I definitely think there's been a glitch. Because the barricade is not notably destroyed. And neither is the bridge. So there's been an error. Yeah, there definitely has been. Okay, we might need to reload here. Actually, no, we're just gonna run back here and enter the center of the walled city. So we're just gonna leave. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna ignore that whole sequence. It was bugged. Okay, we've reached the center of the walled city. Great. That didn't happen. Nothing happened there. Jivebot hacked your game, exactly. The game does have some of these little bugs, especially in the later part of the game. You've been walking for what feels like hours, picking your way through the claustrophobic alleys of the inner walled city. Feels like you're traversing a war zone. Dead bodies litter the gutters. Some have been gutted by gunfire. Others have suffered stranger and more terrible wounds. The rattle of distant automatic weapons fire rings in your ears, intermingling with faint screams of agony and terror. I've never been this deep inside the walled city before. Rat doesn't even want to come in here to guide me. Well, look on the bright side. After we get through all this, we get to fight a Yama King. Right, we have to keep moving. After all, can't keep the malevolent demon god waiting. Ahead, you see a cluster of Tsang security personnel. They look to be embroiled in some sort of argument. If they notice you at all, they don't show it. Well, let's watch. As you watch, one of the officers loses his cool, starts shouting, "She's here for us! I've seen her in my dreams!" What is here? I don't know what you're talking about, damn it! The security officer lurches towards his partner, his eyes bulging. His body language makes you think of a wounded animal, panicked, terrified, ready to lash out at anything within reach. He shakes his head like a wet dog and focuses on the woman beside him. "I know how to keep us safe. I saw how to do it." He reaches for an object that's clipped to his belt. "Open your mouth." "You're crazy, man. Keep away from me. I mean it." She backpedals, reaching for a weapon, and shouts at a third guard, "Get back up! Who's gone insane?" Without a word, the third Tsang guard takes off running. As if on cue, the deranged officer takes another step forward. "This is for the best, Yang. Trust me. I'll do you first, and then I'll do me." Light shines on black iron. He holds a multi-tool clenched in his hand. You can see that he's configured it into a set of pliers. "By the time I'm done, she won't be able to hurt us anymore." With a flurry of motion, the man with the pliers lunges at his companion. She drops into a fighting stance and meets him head-on. Or she runs for cover, you know. She could also do that. Well, the screen is shaking. There we go. Okay, cool. And he's an adept, so he's also taking cover. Oh, yep, he just ripped out her teeth. That's a... boy, that's a real shame. Sorry about that, lady. Okay, here we are. Love it. Also, it looks like our action points actually carried over from the last fight, which is a little bit hilarious. Isabel is wounded for 5 points. Not a huge deal. Isabel doesn't have any line of sight on anyone to fire a grenade, which is fine for right now. We'll just put her on Overwatch with a grenade launcher, which is exactly as dangerous as it sounds. Let's go into control mode. And overclock Kostji. And Kostji can walk up there. Yes, hello, friend. How do you feel about lasers? Oh, you don't like lasers? How do you feel about regular bullets? You like them? How do you feel about headshots? You don't like headshots, okay. So noted. Convenient censorship coming from that crate, yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's fully stunned. He ripped her teeth directly out. Let's go fray this guy's armor. Ooh, -4 action points. Yikes. And take a bite out of crime. Perfect. Oh, there's a wizard. They do have a wizard. Wow, that guy's pretty good at punching. I mean, I gotta say, like, Big Jim is a master of the art, but we know how to respect, you know, people who show expertise. We respect them by beating the shit out of them. Like this. See? There we go. That's how you show respect to a master of the punching art. Can I? Oh, line of sight blocked. Rude. Okay, Isabel. Yeah, keep your cover. Gobbit, can you drop a heal on Raptor, please? So he's less fucked up. Raptor can advance up to there. So he's bleeding to death. That's fine. Let's go up here and see if we can shoot this lady. Perfect. And then... yeah, Koshi, just move forward. I love the little buzzsaw attachment. Kufang, meanwhile, can... yeah, let's go rip and tear. More Tsang security up ahead, but these ones are different. They're outfitted in heavier armor, carrying heavier artillery. They look just as addled as everyone else you've seen this deep in the slum, though. They hold their weapons leveled at a doorway leading to the inner walled city. Interesting. Great, more heavily armed nut jobs. What are they? You hear a deafening crash from the direction of the walled city. The noise is followed by an alien piping sound, unlike anything you've ever heard. At the sound of it, the Zhang troops start screaming. Their faces have gone as gray as ash. You catch a glimpse of something moving towards you, something fast that seems to defy gravity as it runs. You have a split second to process this new information before the gunfire starts. So I will say, one of the things I don't really like about this particular sequence, here at the end of the game, it seems a little bit rushed compared to the rest of the game. By which I mean, A, processing times are slower. You may have noticed that on the previous turns. B, the encounters are too close together, like physically. Because, as you may notice, I've now run from one encounter that I haven't quite finished into another scripted encounter, which has spawned more enemies that I wasn't previously aware of in another part of the map. I'm frozen right now because it's processing what they're doing. But as you can see, there's a whole bunch of fucking demons now just running in here. And, yeah, they're just gonna rush in here. And that one wizard, that one mage, was distracted into fighting me. When all these guys are still over here, and theoretically they're gonna fight the demons, but actually they're probably gonna come for me. Perhaps they were in a hurry to go make Battletech? Yeah, probably. Let's go ahead and rip that wizard real quick. Big Jim, we don't need to punch him, he's gonna bleed to death. So Big Jim can run up here and grab some full cover, I think. Yep, just zip on over there. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Oh my, what a wonderful day. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Yeah, see, okay, so they're taking cover. I would actually like to let them fight the demons if possible. I thought you were stunned. Come on now. Okay, so they're gonna go fight the demons. That's fine. Perfect. I love the fact that the servitors, so if you watch the servitors, their idle animation has them, like, twitching weirdly. Also, they're covered in teeth. I really like the designs of the demon servitors. Let me go finish off this wizard real quick. Yeah, thank you. Just die. And then, let me pull everybody up. Get everybody kind of behind some cover. Gobbit, you're still bleeding, right? You're still bleeding and unconscious. Yeah, let's just go. He's fine. He's fine. It's not a big deal. He's fine. Hey, Kostji, can you, like, do you have line of fire on that guy? Hold on. Kostji, could you walk back here and finish this guy off, please? Thank you. Appreciate you. He didn't deserve to suffer. You know, that was an act of mercy. Kufang can be right up here. Great. No, don't fire grenades at me. Aren't you worried about the demons? God damn it. Alright, well, here you go. Return to sender. Yup, that's right. You really should be more worried about the demons, though. I mean, not to imply that they're more dangerous than me, because they're very definitely not, but they are creepier. Also, they keep giving themselves more armor, which I personally really don't like. Like, 8 points of armor is too many. Alright, okay. You know what? I think probably I have now waited long enough. I don't think these guys are gonna fucking get their shit together in time. So, we're just gonna buff Big Jim up to crazy levels and have him go to town yet again. Alright, Jimbo. Guess what time it is, and if you guessed punch, you win a prize. Perfect. Okay, Commando Captain unconscious. Heavy Commando, aka that bastard shooting grenades at me, also unconscious. Wow. One punch. Impressive. I'll just punch him a couple more times, I guess. It's really too bad bleed doesn't stack, although if bleed did stack, that would be insane. Okay, yep, let me huck a couple grenades downrange, that's fine. Go ahead, give that guy a little bit more damage. Raktor, you can just hide in cover for a minute. We'll get Kostji up here with the laser cannon. Perfect. Oh my god, 37 points of damage and on fire. You love to see it. Rigor Commander. I would kind of like that servitor to keep shooting at them. So, yeah, let me just go... Perfect. And one more time with feeling. Great. Oh, his corpse just vanished. Yeah, that's it. Keep shooting at the demons. Ignore the troll directly behind you punching the spleen out of your boss. That's not important. The weird twitching tooth-covered demons are more threatening. And you know, I don't even actually know if I say that sarcastically, because to be honest, that sounds horrifying to me. In this situation, I would also probably go for the demons, to be totally honest. Okay, so Kufang can kill the rigger. That will take out the security drone. This guy, I'm just gonna slap him real quick. Is he unconscious yet? No? Okay, slap him again. He's at 17. Okay, that's fine. Now let me go hit this melee servitor. Perfect, and one more. Yes! Melee servitor down. You love to see it. Man, Isabel does not... Okay, I was about to say Isabel does not miss. Isabel actually does miss, but, you know, it's fine. When Isabel misses, it's not a big deal. Okay, 2 points of damage per hit. That's not great. Let's overclock the drone, and let's also focus the drone's accuracy. get an aimed shot at... Oh, an aimed shot at nobody, I guess? Come on now. There we go. Let's get an aimed shot. Great. And Kufang. Please kill me, this man. Nope, you missed. That wasn't what I wanted. There we go. Murder. What's scarier, abyssal creatures from beyond or a techno-berserker cyber ogre holding the detached spleen of your teammate? You know, it's a tough call. That's all I'm saying. It's a tough call. Oh, here he comes. Here she comes. Here he comes. Alright, I'm gonna go kill this guy, because fuck this guy. He keeps hitting me with, like, blasts of energy that do damage, and I'm not with that. I'm also gonna activate my cross-dermal sheath, although I think the fight's gonna be over before it happens. God, I love that little death animation. He just hovers up into the air, curls up like a spider, and vanishes. It's so creepy. It's the best. Hey, fuck you, buddy. I said, fuck you, buddy. I said, fuck you, buddy. Oh my god, he's still alive. Unacceptable. Okay, there we go. Now he's dead. Great. Oh, I'm still in combat even though everybody's dead? That's weird. Let me just run everybody close to the door. See if when the round ends, maybe the combat ends. You've also got to love the soundtrack. Am I sure everyone's dead? Pretty sure, yeah. See, there's no enemies. Nothing is taking a turn. We've murdered all that can be murdered. Big Jim's punching gauntlets are red to the elbows. Alright, there we go. I think this may just be a full combat area. Okay. So we need to access the center of Kowloon Walled City. We did get the Chang Business Archive. We just didn't do anything with it. Can I just end... Oh, well, somebody just died. Take it easy, Herdalas. Okay, as you pass into the hallway, Kufang brushes up against you. I'm afraid we're gonna have to part ways here, Jim. The negative energy of this place has grown a little too strong for my liking. Come on, what happened to drinking the Ichor of a Yama King? Yes, well, that seemed like a good idea when I said it, but truth be told, this is all getting to be a bit much for me. I really like it a lot better when I'm the only all-powerful monster queen in the building. Now, where's your sense of adventure? I'm sorry if my decision disappoints you, but at the end of the day, I really don't have a horse in this race. Why should I care if Chanya wants to rule a filthy slum? No skin off my back. I've got Repulse Bay to look after. In any case, this has been a most educational experience. Thank you for letting me be a part of it. Goodbye, Shadowrunner, and good luck. Thanks, Kufang. Okay, so Kufang dips at this point, which is fine. There's a Kowloon local and somebody who's healable, I think. They're on the floor. I think we're just in turn-based mode now. I think that's what's going on. We had Kufang for a couple of fights. She is now gone. And we must progress without her. Alone. Hey, Kowloon local, how's it going? Clearing ahead, you find a sobbing, middle-aged man amidst a pile of bodies. He's dressed in a cheap suit with a bright yellow tie, but the fabric has been smeared with blood. He takes notice of you and recoils. Leave me alone! Go away! As he tries to pull away, his mouth drops open. You can see he's missing at least half of his teeth. Can't let them find me. Can't let them catch me. Have to hide from them, from her. Slowly, methodically, he begins to claw at his own eyes. Can't get free. Can't get clean. When my eyes close, I see them there, twitching, shaking like broken things. Please help me. Something scrambled his brains. Might have been Chanya or her servants, or maybe just the stress. Either way, there isn't much that we can do. I think I've seen the things you're talking about. Crescent-shaped heads, twitching movements. Drooling fire and pissing blood. Bodies like the gums of some huge animal. Teeth thrusting out of pink flesh like the thorns on a rose. Shaking, trembling, and their horrible smiles. Okay, he's in a bad fucking way. Alright, yep, best way we can help you is to stop all of this. Great. I actually don't know if this is a glitch or not, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save real quick. And reload. And just see if maybe that takes me out of combat mode, or if we're supposed to be in combat mode here. Because like I said, I mean, it's been a while since I played this finale. I don't recall whether that's a glitch. I know there's a lot of combat in this area, but yeah, and this, as I've said, this particular part of the game is a little bit glitchy. The rest of the game is actually very stable, but this last zone is a little bit glitchy. Okay, it was a glitch. We weren't supposed to be in combat. Or, oh, nope, never mind. We are still in turn-based mode, so this is just turn-based, I guess. Can I come out of... Just set him to follow. There we go. Did I kill this person, or what did I do? This really, nah, this feels like a glitch. It really does, because there's no combat here. There's just this little thing. And the combat music is playing when I don't really think it should, and... This feels like a bug. This is a shame. Alright, let's enter the heart of the walled city. Okay, the sound of the typhoon hammering down outside is nearly drowned out by the noise of evacuees fleeing their ordeal. The air smells of fear and bodily fluids, thrums with a bass note of expectation and doom. You pause for a moment in the eye of the hurricane. Ahead, the cancerous core of the walled city and its concrete-encased fortune engine await. No word yet from the old man, Seattle. Think he hopped to suborbital? Don't worry, Gobbet, he'll be here. Good. I would rather not have a showdown with the demon goddess. Shutting down that machine sounds much easier. Let's keep clearing a path. Make it easy for him to follow. Yeah, let's do that. Can I... Yeah, just... fucking... Okay. I'm just gonna hit end real quick. Yeah, it thinks we're in combat, and we're just not. I vaguely recall having this issue before. Exit this character from the scene. Oh, we have to exit characters one at a time? Through a transition? Okay, that's fine, we can do that. Can I talk to this guy again? Like, what's going on? What's going on with you, Kowloon local? Yep, leave me alone, go away. Great, okay, that's fine. Who are you? Zhao Si. A human trafficker, a slave trader. What happened to your mouth? We all did it to try to keep her away. It didn't work. I didn't have the courage to cut out my tongue. Oh, what's with all the bodies? They came for us, the trembling things. I had to do it. I didn't have a choice. Okay, so he killed all these guys. Well, sounds like you've gotten what you deserve. We're out of here. Bye! Yes, you must gather your party before venturing forth. Exactly. We're gonna leave the slave trader here with all the bodies of the people he murdered. I think maybe there's a way, there's like a certain sequence of events where that guy turns into a demon or something. I don't recall. Let's hope the scene transition ends the imaginary fight. I think this scene transition leads you straight into a fight. Or at least close. Alright, Ractor, come on. You're bringing up the rear. Come on. Hustle. Put a little hustle in your step. A little pep in your step. A little spring in your walk. Let's go, let's go. Alright, Ractor. That's some way to do it. Well, the combat music stopped. That's a good sign. I am liking that. Okay, here we go. The fortune engine. The deafening rattle of machine gun fire fills the air behind you, and the metallic tang of blood cuts through the stench of garbage. You press forward, wading through block after block of insanity, chaos, and death. All around you, the walled city is descending into a churning cauldron of depravity and violence. The comms of no use. You've tried several times, but there's still no word from the B-team. No sign of Raymond, or of Kindly Chang's triad soldiers. Finally, you reach the center of this hellhole, an industrial hatch with the door ajar. This is the place where Raymond Black built his infernal machine, the threshold across which Chanya, the queen with 1,000 teeth, clawed her way into this world. By the way, and I've said this several times before when I've tried to pronounce words, but if I'm mispronouncing that, which I almost certainly am, I apologize. I don't speak Cantonese to any degree. My mother speaks a little bit of Mandarin, but, I mean, even she doesn't speak it with, like, an actual good accent. Okay, the walls here are thick, steel-reinforced. Braids of thick cable run across the floor, and computer equipment, now hopelessly out of date, adorns every elevated surface. Something in the distance is calling to you. It's faint, but you can feel it. The bone-shaking thrum of an enormous machine. Prosperity. The Tsangs used us as guinea pigs to test their damn machine, and when it failed on them, they forgot about us. It has to be here. The fortune engine is in this complex. I can feel it humming in my bones. Alright, keep moving. Here we go. Let's press on. Koschei scuttles forward eagerly, its pedipalps a-weaving before it. I am quite enthusiastic to see this machine of Mr. Tsang's. A rare opportunity, and one that I will not delay any longer. Great. I'm glad you're on board, Koschei. I've got 9 more karma, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend that. I didn't... Oh, boy, I didn't... If I'd realized I would have 9 more karma, I actually would have put it into strength, and then I could level up close combat, because I would have had 1 left, but oh well. I'll put another point into strength, so now I have strength 10, which is pretty fucking beefy. Alright. We seem a little short on places to go. Huh. There we go. Okay, great. There was an invisible location. Well, this looks like a computer, all right. Behold. Prosperity. We've got spirit. All kinds of spirits scattered around. Out of date means 2 to 3 months old. Well, in this case, it actually means, like, 20 years. Alright, there's the door with prosperity on it. This door has been sealed. Looks like it's been shut for quite a while. Gotta be some way to get it open. There's the terminal. Hello, terminal. Still drawing power. Thing isn't even password locked. The display looks corrupted, though. Lots of garbled text and gibberish on that screen. Alright, let's find out if we can open the door. Sang Mechanical Services, Special Projects Division, Prosperity Administration, 1 open test bed door. Don't know what all that is. Here goes nothing. Let's open the door. The screen flickers, then goes dark. Damn it, let me take a look. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a wave of nausea grabs you by the guts and twists. It doubles you over, then fades. What was... As you straighten, you can feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up straight. A buzzing sensation washes over you, drowning out your companion's words and filling your head with white, warm static. In the center of the room, something blossoms into the world. The figure from your dreams looms over you, enormous and alien. The creature is beautiful and terrifying in equal measure, a thing of billowing silk and carved ivory. Chanya stands, still as a statue, peering down at you from behind a mask of sculpted gold. Smaller spirits take up positions around her, bowing their heads in deference. Well, shit. Stay calm. We can handle this. Slowly, with a broad, languid motion, Chenya's body begins to shift. The crescent-shaped ivory horns that crown her head cut through the light as she moves, casting strange shadows on the wall behind her. You are here. The voice that pours from behind the thing's mask is indescribably beautiful. The tones are high and musical and seem to hang in the air long after she finishes speaking. I'm sorry, I can't replicate that effect, unfortunately. You have come to us. In the corners of the room, servitor creatures echo their queen's words, the garbled sounds piping through gaps in their enamel-lined carapaces. Say she's more comical than beautiful or horrible? Well, I mean, look. You know, we don't have, like, the demon magic affecting us, so, you know. We called to you across the breadth of space and time, and now you are here, standing before us, just as you were meant to be. Okay, so... To reveal the secret here, and I don't remember the order all the steps have to be taken here, there is a way to beat Chenya pretty much just purely through conversation, without having to kill her. I don't remember if you have to fight one of the stages of the boss fight, because it is kind of a multi-stage boss fight, but you can, in fact, just talk her down if you have the right information. And we do have the right information. Because we did all the dreams. We went through all of that. I think you still have to fight the first stage, though. So I think it's okay if we fight the first stage. So, what do you want? We call to all who will listen. All are welcome in our court. And all are welcome in our larder. You belong here, slave thing, with us, now and for all time. Yeah, I'm gonna blow you back to whatever hell you crawled out of. You kill us? Oh, the noises you make, such sweet, foolish sounds. The slave thing thinks that it can kill us. It is mistaken. It cannot even comprehend us. Chenya's iridescent gown parts as she raises a forearm. Your mind rebels against the alien biology that you see underneath. The wet, glistening crenellations of flesh, enamel, and keratin that make up the Yama King's body. Romance, Chenya. It is chattel, meat, and we have been starving for 1,000 years. The musical tones of the thing's voice are high-pitched and giddy. It opens its arms to you, offering a view of the chisel-like teeth that protrude from its flesh. Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Okay, so now we've confirmed Ractor has a fetish. The queen with 1,000 teeth lowers her head, and the unnaturally thick air turns rank and cold. Waves of nausea rack your stomach as a foul wind slides over you like mud. We will rip out your nerves at the root, milk the misery from your protesting body. We will feast on your sorrow now and forever. And we fight. Okay, so our new objective is to defeat Chenya. You may immediately notice when you look at this, there's a bunch of like red things, and I have a snuff flame option. Right, so Chenya has an astral barrier and is summoning. The key here is Chanya doesn't take damage until you snuff the flames. You have to put out all the fire, and then if I recall correctly, even then you have to kill her in one round or something silly like that. So we're gonna go wired reflexes. We're gonna run into... Oh, there's a gibbering nightmare. Love it. We're gonna put you into cover, and then we're gonna haste Big Jim. So what we want to do with Big Jim is we actually want Big Jim to run all the way down here and just snuff this flame. Real quick, just like, poof. Fire out. And then, yeah, beat on this guy a little bit. Perfect. Remember to summon the mummy? Oh, don't worry. We're going to summon the mummy. Then we're going to snuff that flame. There's a gibbering nightmare right there, but... yeah. Let's shoot the gibbering nightmare a little bit. Come on. Come on. Okay, 3 misses. Not great. Gonna be honest, not what I was looking for. Then we're going to go into control mode. And we are going to overclock Koschi. And that gives Koschi 5 action points, so Koschi can go over here and snuff this flame. Perfect. And then start walking back. Excellent. And now we're going to take a bunch of damage from demons. Because there are a lot of them. Alright, that demon is standing directly in front of this candle to prevent us from snuffing it. Because it's a bastard. And we hate it. This demon is unconscious, this unspeakable horror, so we're just gonna... Bap! Smack him up for a second. And then... Let's go give this gibbering nightmare a little love tap real quick. Perfect. Yeah, let's confirm that reload. Give me a grenade. Yeah, so, see, immune. Actually immune to damage. Another one there. Gobbit. Hey, Gobbit. How about you, summon a mummy? Mummy spirit. Preternatural spirit. So the preternatural spirit has wild aim, chaos ball, and a blood bolt. Which, just does some, like, basic damage. This actually isn't a great spirit, to be honest. Let's throw wild aim on, yeah, Big Gem. Why not? Throw a little bit of wild aim on. Do some damage to the gibbering nightmare. And then let's get an aim 2 on Isabel. Stack a lot of buffs, because stacking buffs is fantastic. Let's also repair. Nice. Alright, Koschi, snuff that flame. Snuff that flame. Okay. And here comes the big lady herself. She is no longer immune to damage, and so now it is time for Big Jim to do the punching. Ow, please stop that. Don't like that. Not a fan. Hey, am I not hasted anymore? Wired reflexes, haste. Oh no, I am. I just used an action point. Alright. Hey, Chanya, fuck you. Yeah, that's right. I said fuck you. I'm gonna get rid of some of these gibbering nightmares so I take less, like, random-ass damage. Can I... Unfortunately, they're not spirits, so I can't rat totem them. And I also can't use any more fetishes right now. Let me just throw down a quick, like... Let me throw down a hot little acid fog right there. I missed. Where'd that acid fog go? I don't even fucking... Oh, it went down there. Lovely. That's not useful. Okay. Let me get 4 action points on this horrible spirit. And let me get a chaos ball. Nice. If this was a movie, the mummy would be the trump card. Yeah, but actually the mummy kind of sucks. I mean, not gonna lie. I mean, look at him. Just not super impressive. He does heal when he does damage, though, which is hilarious. I'm sorry, what? He literally heals every time he does damage? That's amazing. I love it. Can I just... Yeah, shotgun. How about a second shotgun? Do you like shotgun? Oh, we got her. We got her, kids. Look at that sad face. Oh, ouch. 18 points of damage. Yikes. Nerves disrupted. Okay, so now I think we need to clear out her little minions here. There we go. Let's smack this unspeakable horror real quick. Boom. Reload the grenade launcher. Hey, Tiny. Gobbit. Gobbit, 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 gobbit. Okay. Preternatural spirit, fuck off. I'm not super interested in you, to be totally honest. You're not as cool as I thought you were. I would love to summon a spirit, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run over here. Like that. Can you... Yeah, give Koschy a buff. And then just shoot bullets at people. Koschy, you're really not doing the kind of damage I would like you to do. Oh my god! Wow! That thing just did 38 damage and knocked Big Jim the fuck out. We gotta take that guy down. Otherwise, Big Jim is, like, actually legitimately in trouble. Yeah, let's heal Big Jim for 38 points of damage. That was a little bit obscene. Let's drop Channeled Haste on him again, so that he can possibly wake up. Yeah, no kidding, that demon is... That unspeakable horror right there, definitely MVP on the demon team. Okay, we got him. Good. The real threat is past. We got one more demon to kill. And this demon just keeps running around in circles, so that's great. Alright, cool. Hey, Gibbering Nightmare, fuck you. Not 2 misses. Not great. Not what I really wanted. Perfect. As you watch, Chanya's blast-marked and broken body begins to reform. Her gown knits itself back together, black blood wicking onto the floor. Slowly, terribly, she begins to laugh. You cannot kill us, meat. You have not even seen us. This form is but a shadow, a droplet of divine essence filtered through a keyhole. I think it's telling the truth. That thing over there isn't Chanya. It's just a fragment of an enormous astral entity. The little ones, the servitors, are all parts of her too. We are so fucked. The rat servant sees the truth of it, glimpses us as we really are. Were you to behold our full magnificence, your mind would wring itself into pulp. You will see, slave thing. We will show you a world not meant for mortal eyes. You will see. The world not meant for mortal eyes is over there, by the way, but we're gonna take a moment to just, like, grab, like, steal a whole bunch of medical supplies. Because we can do that. Yeah, let's use that on, yeah, let's just use that on Big Jim. Why not? I think we got some more medical supplies over here, right? No? No medical supplies in that box? Oh, well, okay. Thought that box had medical supplies in it. Hey, this one does. There we go. Did she just Willy Wonka? Hey, it's a trauma kit. We love trauma kits around here. You never know when you're going to get shot 3 times between the eyes. Okay, I'm going to save real quick, just in case there's another bug. So we're going to save, and... World not meant for mortal eyes. Oh, there we go. Welcome to our domain, meat. Okay, so, yeah, here's a world not meant for mortal eyes. Lots of teeth, lots of tentacles, lots of generally gross stuff. As you can see, Chanya is here. She has more hit points, and she is being healed by servitors. Notably these fanged behemoths who are bolstering Chanya. There's also this nightmare who's, like, hovering off in his own little square, so he can't be punched. This is probably the most clever thing strategically they could possibly do, because they've made this individual immune to punches. What we need to do is we need to kill off all of these servitors, and then we can deal with the Demon Queen. So once again, we're gonna turn on all of our stuff. We're gonna drop a channeled haste on Big Jim. And then... I feel like I should have 5 action points. Oh, I activated the dermal sheath. That's right, I keep doing that. Alright, let's go punch this fanged behemoth. It only has 70 hit points, so... It's not actually that hard to punch to death. Isabel... Go take cover back here. Start launching grenades at this guy, who thinks he's safe because he's unpunchable. Fuck him. That's right, bitch. I said fuck you. She's not really all that great looking for a greater astral entity. She'll hurt her feelings. God, so insensitive. Let's overclock Koshi again. Okay, Gibbering Nightmare, dead. Boom. Laser. Fanged Behemoth, not dead. Okay, Fanged Behemoth, dead. Perfect. Up, here comes the violence. Yep, that was some violence, alright. Wasn't actually too bad as violence goes. But Chanya does have like 3 or 4 action points. So she can kind of run around and do a lot of stuff. Alright, you, madame. Yeah, let's reload that, and then let's just kind of fire off some grenades real quick. There we go. We've damaged the armor a little bit. The Fanged Behemoth's armor is damaged. Go ahead and unload a couple rounds on that thing. Shotgun? Shotgun again? Shotgun a 3rd time? Aw, man. Only shotgun twice. Okay. Raktor, you absolute legend. There you go. 20 points of damage from Raktor. The man is a maniac. Alright, punch. Perfect. And now, Chanya is not being healed by servitors anymore, so now we just go punch, and a punch. Oh, nope, wait, and a punch. Perfect. Ow, 31 points of damage. Fuck. Ow, 22 points. Oh, God. Ow, 15 points of damage. Oh, fuck. She's turning our own tactics against us. Ah, we're being punched to death. It's not fair. It's not right. There we go. Keep throwing grenades. Keep damaging her armor. Hey, lowlife. You know what? It's just peachy keen. See how good we're doing? Big Jim's never felt better. Yes, he may have gotten slapped 18 times in the face by many, many arms. But that's just fine. Here, in fact, we're gonna summon a devil rat. We're feeling so good. And this devil rat is gonna draw attention. There we go. Minus 15% accuracy. That's what we wanted. Hey, Raptor, you have a premium med kit. Yeah, go ahead and just slap a band-aid on a couple of those slap wounds there. Yeah, no, Chanya punch is good. She's got some punch chops of her own. There we go, 14 points of damage from the robot. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, perfect. She's slapping the rat. Go ahead, Chanya, slap that rat. Slap that rat. Okay, we're back up. Hey, fuckface. Come here. It's time for your punches. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There you go. 15 HP. How do you like it? Here, devil rat spirit. Don't you dare. Okay, good. Go in there and bite her. Damn, devil rat spirit, go to town. Okay, we have defeated her in the fight. We're back in the real world. As the Yama King's body crumples, a cackling sound fills the air. Once again, her broken body begins to knit itself back together. The flow of black ichor from her many wounds slows to a stop and reverses, the viscous fluid snaking its way back up into the holes and ruptures that it poured from. Projections on top of projections, all aspects of our divine being, shed as easily as a lizard sheds its tail. You cannot harm us, meat, but you have amused us. Perhaps you are worthy of an audience after all. Her voice trails off and her head tilts upwards. From behind you, you can hear the pounding sound of approaching footsteps. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Glad you could make it. This is Chanya. We've just been punching her, all of her blood out. As he falls into position behind you, Duncan's jaw drops open. Raymond Black steps forward, an expression of grim determination on his face. Oh shit, she's real. He does his best to stand his ground as Chanya turns to face him. His voice is full of awe and terror. I did this. I brought this creature here. He speaks in the grim tone of a man on his way to the gallows. His complexion has gone gray as ash. My fault. My responsibility. It has returned to us. The tunnel builder, the architect of my ascendancy. The creature leans in towards Raymond, its spidery fingers weaving hypnotically. The thing's robes billow like the bell of a jellyfish, pulsing organically with the rhythm of a heartbeat. You will have a special place in our court, Builder. You will stand by our side exalted for all time, a living token of our unending rule and an undying symbol to the folly of man. I have been a fool, yes, a great fool, but I will not be your slave. I will stop you. The Queen with 1,000 teeth leans forward, her movements full of alien grace. The gaping crescent of her mouth parts into a ghastly smile, and you can see row upon row of fangs. They run down her throat in overlapping layers, a bristling forest of glistening, sharpened enamel. Okay, so we have now established we cannot punch the Yama King to death. Well, okay, wait, let me step back. Hold on. That's a strong... cannot is a strong statement. Big Jim fears nothing living or dead, because his fists are his guides, but we've punched the Yama King to death twice, and it hasn't worked, right? So at this point, Big Jim, being the extremely charismatic individual that he is going to try a different tactic. I know. You may say, but no, Big Jim only has one tactic and it's punching, but you'd be wrong, because remember, Big Jim has a second technique. Big Jim's second technique is overly intrusive questions. I earned an audience with you, Queen. This man did not. She steeples her fingers. Their hardened tips click against one another with a sound like grinding teeth. I'm gonna stop doing the raspy demon voice. That shit hurts my throat if I do it too long. You are bold, Meat, but you are also correct. We do not break our promises, and you have earned some modicum of respect. Chanya turns her full attention back to you, and the smile widens. You can feel it deep in your gut. It tunnels into you like a lamprey, leaves you feeling empty and cold. In truth, you amuse us. Your persistence in the face of the inevitable is a pleasure to behold, and so we have decided to grant you a rare honor. We offer you a deal. Okay, so, go on. I'm listening. Our terms are simple. We want you to leave. Leave the chattel here to their fates. Forget about them. Acknowledge that they are ours, and then think on them no more. Leave the walled city now and do not return. Accept that it is our domain now and forevermore. In exchange, we will grant you 14 years of good fortune, your every wish fulfilled, your every desire granted. A charmed life from the moment you leave to the day that our deal elapses. You can do this with a wave of our hand. We have swum the waters of fortune since the beginning of time. It is a trivial matter for us to divert them. So, will you accept our offer? Will you take the deal? So, Chenya is offering us 14 years of absolute good fortune. But, remember, we talked to Crafty. Do you remember all the things Crafty said? We spoke to her after every dream. We learned about the Yama Kings. We know how these beings operate. In particular, we know they operate by rules and laws, and they cannot break a bargain. This is important information. And in particular, it allows us, because we've gone through all that dialogue, to counter-offer Chenya. No, I have a counter-proposal for you. Isabel's brow furrows. She looks surprised and uneasy. Her grip on her mini-launcher tightens. A counter-proposal, you say? How amusing. Out with it then, Meat. Tell us what you would have of us. You're going to return to the place you came from, and you're going to close the door behind you. And tell us, slave thing, why would we do such a thing? What do you have to offer? Hold on. I think I'm trying to remember this. Now I once again have to strain my brain to get my memories of this game. Because there's an option. So this is the dialogue tree that lets you, if you've done all the right things, that lets you basically force Chenya to just leave. And I thought we had done everything, but I thought there was supposed to be another dialogue option here. And I'm not getting it. Yeah. Okay. Shit. I must have missed. Okay, so I must have missed one of the options. That's a real shame because I wanted to show that off. Fuck. Yeah, we overlooked something. We were supposed to. We did all the talking to Crafty. She never sent us the. Okay, Crafty is supposed to send you 2 emails that you're supposed to be able to read, and I don't think I ever got them. Which are her mother's research notes, and they tell you something specific about the Yama Kings. Ah, fuck. That sucks. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to fight her. Man, okay, well, we're just gonna have to punch her. I won't kill you for one. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to fight her. We will suckle your sorrow till the sun turns to dust. Great, okay. So, it's time for violence. I don't see anything but her right now. So let me go ahead and activate Wired Reflexes. Alright, Sestrar, good night. We now have everybody in our team, which is great. Let me go ahead and haste Jimbo. Honestly, I should have tried to offer her money. No, I don't. Nah. Alright. Let's go do the punching. And whoop. And the boop. Hey, Isabel. Really, only 52% chance to hit from this close. Okay, Raptor. Hey, well, okay, there you go. Raptor fucking shot her dead. As you watch, the Yama King's broken carcass withers and dissipates. Seconds later, all that's left of her is a cloud of rancid mist. That doesn't seem right, but, oh, that was easier than I thought it'd be. I guess she was hurt worse than she let on, trying to trick us into taking a bad deal. Yeah, that wasn't really her, it was just a projection. Won't be long before she finishes licking her wounds and sends another. The control console's over there, we must move quickly. Okay, yep, Fortune Engine controls. Great, here we go. Alright, here we are at the Fortune Engine. I will close the rift, I just need... He bends over the terminal, frowning. His eyes dart from readout to readout. As you watch, the blood drains from his cheeks. What's wrong? Destroy the thing before she comes back. I can't. There is a one-way flow of astral energy moving from the inner-walled city through the tunnel. I know what it is. I can feel it too. The energy is coming from the people that she's feeding on, their essence, their spirits, for lack of a better word. If I destroy the machine now, it will collapse the tunnel. All those people will have the better part of their essence, what makes them who and what they are, trapped inside, with her, forever. Thousands of people condemned to an eternity with that parasitic thing. Alright, do we have another option? Yes. Someone could enter the tunnel, close the rifts safely. The people would be saved, restored to life in the real world. And what happens to the person in the tunnel? He stays there, forever, with her. There's no way out once the tunnel is closed. There is a long pause as the assembled group digests Raymond's words. Duncan nods to himself, his jaw clenched. He pushes forward. I'll do it. Tell me what buttons to press. The old man stares at the controls, cold fear washed across his face. No. If anyone is to do this, it must be me. It will be me. Hang on a minute, Raymond. No, not Raymond. My name is Edward Tsang, and I built this machine. I set this avalanche in motion, whether I meant to or not. It is my responsibility to stop it. That is what this is all about. What it's been about since the very beginning. Raymond, listen to me. You're too weak for this. Just tell me what to do. No, the Yama King could return at any moment. There is no time to teach you what to do in there. I must set things in motion. It must be me. Goodbye, James. Thank you for coming to Hong Kong. Thank you for coming when I called. Bye, Dad. The old man flips a lever and steps into the machine. There is a flash of light, and Raymond Black is gone.
Remember the day I took you and Duncan off the streets? I told you that the past is just a story. That if you can just accept that, your past loses all power over you. My past is a terrible story. I didn't expect it to end with redemption. Sometimes the debts of the past can't be repaid. But we do what we can. I have done what I can to right my wrongs. And I accept the consequences.
You depart from the Prosperity Chamber and are instantly caught up in the wave of refugees fleeing for their lives. Struggling through the panicked wave of humanity, you are able to retrace your steps and eventually reach Heyoi. Though the typhoon has passed, the scene is wet and chaotic. The newly homeless crowd the streets, dazedly wandering, searching for missing loved ones and nursing injuries. Relief workers are already on the scene, providing blankets and medical aid. Rescue personnel carry the stunned and wounded to safety. The entire area has been cordoned off by the HKPF, while knight-errant officers and a military peacekeeping force attempt to maintain order. You emerge from Kowloon walled city to bustling clusters of activity, refugees huddling together, staring back at their lost homes, government troops deploying from armored personnel carriers, news vans setting up remote camera feeds while reporters scramble to find the right angle for their broadcasts. The air is electric with the threat of potential violence as panicked peacekeepers eye the growing crowd of evacuating poor. Gobbet's eyes dart furtively as she turtles her head between her shoulders. This place is hot. The cops are swarming the place, and that APB is still out on us. Yeah, let's head to the boat, sneaky-like. Sounds good. It's gonna take a year's worth of showers to wash that experience off of me. Looks like we get to see a man-on-the-street interview on our way. The press already have their hooks in someone looking for a soundbite. And is that when you started running? Yeah, it was bad in there, shooting, screaming. I was terrified. And what caused this, sir? Why are people flooding out of the walled city, injured and disoriented? It's like everyone's saying there's some sort of chemical leak. A drug lab exploded or something, caused mass hallucinations. There you have it, Sonny. Our third report of mass hallucinations and violence caused by an explosion in an illegal drug lab. And while reports remain sketchy, it appears that street crime is again on the rise. As you can see, it's still turmoil and confusion here, as police and Executive Council peacekeepers respond to the emergency situation, attempting to maintain order. But in all this chaos, in the maze of poverty that is Kowloon Walled City, we may never know what really happened in there. Back to you in the studio, Sonny. The light on the news camera goes off, and the reporter drops his facade. He ignores the bedraggled man beside him and begins packing up his equipment. What are you looking at? Mass hallucinations? You believe that story? No, I don't believe that story. Am I wearing a t-shirt that says, "I'm a fool, feed me your line of corporate bullshit"? No. But in my experience, the rest of the world is. Everything you see, everything you've been taught, every official you elect, all bought and paid for by the people pulling the strings. Yeah, well, no one's telling me what to think. Of course not, pal. You're different. Looks like you just came from inside, so tell me, What'd you really see in there? What do you think? Should we tell the reporter the truth? Let me know if you think that this reporter deserves to know the real story. Tell him the truth. Yep, demon goddess named Chanya. She says hi, by the way. Tell her hi back for me. What, you surprised I believe you? We live in the future. Flying cars, dragons. Why not a demon goddess? Hell, a corp probably summoned her for some kind of fear experiment or something. That kind of shit happens all the time. The walled city's like their little petri dish. They love using them like lab rats. They test food additives, body modifications, pharmaceuticals, whatever some junior executive can dream up. Nothing surprises me anymore. Well, we can change that. Good luck. You look like just the guy to do it. Aren't you a reporter? Shouldn't you be trying to inform people? You're in the 2050s, pal, not the 1950s. Everyone on this island knows that my news service is just a mouthpiece for the Executive Council. Hell, if you look close enough, you'll probably find it's owned by a member of the Executive Council. People buy what we feed them because the world is changing and it's scary. They feel small, they need scapegoats to blame and authority figures to tell them what to think. My news network gives them that. Oh, so he works for Fox. Got it. And there's a prime example of an authority figure. Jo Tsang, rising star on the Executive Council. Just look at her, spinning this to her own ends. Talking about the humanitarian relief effort she's mounting. You know, go ahead and take your comm. I'm gonna go before this scene turns into some kind of riot. It usually does. Alright. Hello, Auntie. Don't hello, Auntie me. I lost contact with the soldiers I sent into the walled city with you, and now these Tsang assholes and government troops are all over the place. Get over here. Tell me what the hell happened. What about the cops? There's still an APB out on us. Some mysterious benefactor lifted the APB on you. We'll talk more when you get here. I want to sleep for about a year. I'm heading to the big Texas, James. I could use some sack time, too. I'll see you there. You better go talk to Auntie, Seattle. Oh, so I get to talk to Auntie. Hold on, let me watch this Trio feed of Jo Tsang. Josephine Tsang, what do you see? What do you want to tell us? Councilwoman, thanks for being here to help us make sense out of the conflicting reports that we're getting out of Kowloon Walled City. Thank you, Sonny. I only wish we were speaking in happier times. Of course, madam, this is indeed a stressful day for the citizens of the Walled City, but who knows? For one of them, it might be their lucky day. Stay tuned, because we're going to cut away shortly to the week's Gigaball drawing, where some lucky winner could walk away with almost 1 trillion nuyen. Now, madam, you were saying that this sort of situation is inevitable when masses of underprivileged children are raised in a world without hope. Exactly, Sonny. Without hope, these children are left to create their own opportunities the only way they know how, by turning to crime. They're often brought up in single-parent households without strong guidance to put them on the right path. They're surrounded by thugs and criminals eager to put them to work in all manner of unsavory activities. And it's events such as this one that call our attention to the plight of these poor, poor children. And that is why, today, I call on my Executive Council colleagues to join me in supporting a new project, Operation Hope. Under the auspices of this program, we will pull these children out of poverty and place them in loving, stable homes while their parents are rehabilitated, re-educated, and reinvigorated with a new sense of purpose. If anyone is familiar, incidentally, with the history of the government-run reform schools, particularly in Canada and the United States, but I believe similar programs were run elsewhere. In particular, I know the Catholic Church ran a variety of these kinds of schools in Ireland back in the day. And the various nightmarish atrocities that they perpetuated on the indigenous peoples of Canada and America, or indeed the Protestant children of Ireland, I think you will immediately know what this is. That sounds like a tremendous... It is, Sonny, and it will cost billions of nuyen to support such a mammoth effort. But Tsang Mechanical Services is ready to lead the way through our new charitable foundation, Tsang for Hope. It's time for us to give back to the community, and, Madam Councilwoman, I'm afraid I need to cut you off there. As always, you are doing amazing work for the people of Hong Kong, but it's time for Gigaball! Of course. Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. Wonderful. Actually, horrific, but, you know, wonderful. China has such reform tools. So that's true. China is currently doing exactly that to the various minority populations, particularly the Uyghurs. Okay, the commotion from the streets of Heyoi bleeds into Kindly Chang's mahjong parlor. Triad soldiers bustle to keep up with their boss's orders. Couriers come in regularly, whispering to her lieutenant before listening intently and running off again. Hey, Kindly, how's it going? As you enter, Kindly Chang is giving instructions to Strangler Bao, who nods enthusiastically. She looks over at you and holds up a hand. Wait. And send Wong at Ho to snatch some of those medical supplies off the relief trucks. With all the excitement, nobody's watching them at all. There'll be a big black market for them over the next few weeks. Good thinking, Miss Chang. Big Jim, I figured you were dead. Last I heard, my soldiers had found you and everyone was heading into the walled city, then things got out of control. Where are my people? What the hell happened? Well, we got separated in the walled city, found out later they were killed. Is that how you treat my resources? Please accept my apologies, Mrs. Chang. So you do have something to apologize for. Oh, just trying to be respectful of your loss. Well, they knew the risks. They had a shot at moving up and they missed. Forget them. I've got bigger problems, like customers and tenants streaming out of the walled city, screaming for their lives. Like the HKPF and those Tsang security shitheels swarming the place. Now tell me what happened in the walled city, or do I have to get an acetylene torch and ask nicely? Raymond Black accidentally summoned a demon god. We had to put her down. What kind? A Yama King. Chanya, the queen with 1,000 teeth. Never heard of her. But I know the Yama Kings. My grandmother used to try and scare me with stories about them. I guess she thought she was teaching me something by scaring the shit out of me. I remember one Yama specifically. Fumang, the serpent of the setting sun. Oh yes. Fumang promised wealth and influence for those willing to do what was necessary to take it. The story of Fumang spoke to me. All he asked for in return was 44 hearts pulled from the chests of those closest to you while they were still alive. Hearts from random victims wouldn't do, so those who took Fumang's bargain would befriend others before taking their hearts, turning their entire network into a list of victims. Yes, Fumang spoke to me, but I didn't listen. My apologies, Mrs. Chang, but one of the men you sent with the runners into the walled city is still alive. He stumbled into Wong at Ho as they were pulling medical supplies off a lorry. At least one came back alive. Our man says that Wong Lun Fat is dead. He got shot up by the HKPF inside the walled city. Our man saw it with his own eyes, Mrs. Chang. Well, that sounds good. Does it make up for your dead soldiers, Auntie? It wipes the slate clean, my darling. Oh, yes. You see, Wong Lun Fat was my superior in the Yellow Lotus, a 438. He was also a pig. Tell our friend Big Jim what that means, Mr. Bao, and say it slow so I can savor it. The death of Wong Lun Fat has opened a spot for you to move up, madam. You could be the next 438. The gods help those who seize opportunities. Mr. Bao put every man we have on this. Spread the word. Kindly Chang says all debts to the Yellow Lotus are suspended for citizens of the walled city until order is restored. And no interest will compound either. And there will be no charge for them until the crisis is over. Now, you are a pillar of the community. Don't be snide, Big Jim. You don't want to blow my good mood. The citizens of the walled city need clarity and reassurance. The Yellow Lotus will provide that for them. I may not have brought Josephine Tsang down, but I've got my career going again. Your career too, Mr. Bao. You'll be my new straw sandal. Good partners support one another. You have proven that, Mrs. Chang. This calls for a drink. Your loyalty and clear-headedness have proven immensely valuable, Mr. Bao. You are an effective ally, and I wish you great wealth and good fortune. Looks like you two are moving up in the world. Yes, yes, and it appears your fortune is changing too, Big Jim. Remember, you have a mysterious benefactor, one who lifted the APB on you. Any idea who that might be? I don't have a clue, and I must admit that bothers me. It must be somebody powerful. I can't imagine it was Josephine Tsang. After all, what would her motivation be? It's got to be someone else. One of her enemies on the Executive Council? I'll tap my network, find out if I can. But that's for later. I'm missing an entire piece of your story, my darling. What happened at Prosperity Tower? Did you rescue Raymond Black? Did his mother wipe his memory? Yeah, we got him. Impressive. You've become quite a Shadowrunner, Big Jim. While you were in Prosperity Tower, did you find any incriminating data on Josephine Tsang? Dirt? Something I can use? We found financial statements that'll get her in deep with the Executive Council. Enjoy. Now I can take that dried-up old bitch to the mat. With this, Josephine Tsang's days on the Executive Council are numbered. Bao, it appears my fortunes have truly changed. Our partnership has become quite enriching, Big Jim. To my new #1 Shadowrunner, may our partnership continue to bear fruit. To the beginning of something big. Kindly Chang watches you drink, smiling her serpentine smile. Then she downs her glass in one swallow and licks the rim. Now, before I get back to business, I must know, how did you go from rescuing Raymond Black to the walled city vomiting people? Ray made a magical fortune machine, but it suffered from a demon summoning glitch. Your foster father created a magical fortune machine. Please tell me you have control of this device. Please tell me you brought it to me. Nope, sorry. That's a pity. I'm sure there are plenty of people who could benefit from it. Well, this business certainly proved lucrative for me. I'm in a prime position to be the next Yellow Lotus 438. I only lost 4 men, and I finally got something I can use against Josephine Tsang. We're not going to talk to her about our dad being dead. I'm just going to say nothing. You've made quite a splash since arriving in Hong Kong, Big Jim. Many shadow runs completed in a very short time. The reports from our clients are glowing, mostly. Don't forget what we did in the walled city. Could have gotten nasty. Could have been worse, I suppose. For some. For a while. Listen to me, my sweet. When I was a girl, there had never been a pandemic like Vitas. But in 2010, it happened. We'd never seen death like that. A quarter of the world's population disappeared. It was miserable. It pushed us to our limits. But the survivors moved on. And then the spike babies started appearing. And the dwarf babies. And then suddenly there were dragons, and goblinization, and magic. And every time the world changed, we got used to it. So if a demon goddess decided that the walled city was her new living room, and you didn't, whatever you did, what would have happened? Perhaps the news would cover it, until the next sensation pulled their attention away. But after a while, it would be drowned out by all the other crap competing for our attention. And the demon in the walled city would become the new normal. Well, the new normal is that the walled city isn't under magical influence anymore. Congratulations. The poor can return to their misery with no interference from magical machines or big bad things because of you. Now let me give you a piece of advice for the future, my sweet. Something Mr. Chang used to tell me. Respect ghosts and gods, but keep away from them. Sounds like you almost lost your ass in the walled city. I think you'd best listen to that. I'll keep it in mind. You do that. Get some sleep, Big Jim. You look like shit. Tomorrow we'll talk about the future. Last time you told me to go to bed, I woke up a Shadowrunner. What happens when I wake up tomorrow? We get to work, my darling. You heard Mr. Bao. The gods help those who seize opportunities. Bao, what's the status on those medical supplies? Alright. Let's go to bed. That is going to be the end of the adventure. We've killed the demon goddess. Unfortunately, we didn't, like I said, we didn't get absolutely all of the information to do it in the ideal way, but we did it. Scene on the big Texas is quiet, save for the sounds of eating. The crew is crowded around Gobbet's electric hot plate. Her cast iron pot simmers on top, and they hold bowls of soup in their hands. You recognize the smell. Chicken-style soya broth, elbow macaroni, tinned quote-unquote ham, and a heaping scoop of egg-flavored mycoprotein. The mood is somber. Thought you were all going to bed. We figured we'd hang out a while. No one could remember the last time we ate. Besides, no one could sleep anyway. She means me. I'm too fucked up to sleep. Trying not to think about Raymond. They're just keeping me company. Feeding me and pretending not to be tired. Talking a bit. Yeah, I'm still jacked up. Bed can wait. Also, I'm just absolutely high on all the combat drugs I've been shooting into my system. We've been debriefing a bit. Yeah, talking about all that's gone on, everything we've been through together. Sorry about Raymond, Seattle. You too, Duncan. He was trying to do good with that machine. You too need to remember that. I can't believe he did that. Gave himself to that demon. I think he did what he came to do. I guess we did too, James. We came to help Raymond, and he got what he wanted. Hard to believe we defeated a god. Demon god. From another plane of existence. Hard to believe that Josephine Tsang is going to remain untarnished by this whole thing. 20 years of misery. 20 years of suffering for tens of thousands. Hundreds, maybe. Big Jim's eye pupils must be like two all-black pools. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we've been running pretty hard on that those wired reflexes, you know. We're like, I think the adrenaline pump just doesn't shut off anymore. That's the way it is. The way the world works. Powerful play their games, and the little people pay the price. She'll see justice someday. She has to. But one thing doesn't add up for me. Why was Josephine Tsang so intent on shutting us down? Why wouldn't she be? You saw what she was responsible for. No, think about it. The HKPF snipers, the plastic-faced man, all the resources that she poured into capturing Raymond and hunting us down. I mean, she's already covered her tracks with that illegal drug lab explosion, right? So why not just let Ray do his thing, then cover it up afterward? It doesn't add up. Had to be the fortune engine. Yeah, I think you're right. From everything Raymond said, the chi was supposed to be pooling, turning toxic. But I felt something in that room. A flow of positive chi that I didn't expect. I think it was leaving the walled city. I bet that machine did something else. Something that Raymond didn't know about. What if it was a siphon? What if Josephine Tsang was stealing the cast-off positive chi from the walled city, leeching it for her own benefit? She sealed up the fortune engine, leached the good chi for herself, and took Tsang Mechanical Services from the minor company Ray's father built to the ballbuster it is today. That's how she got herself on the Executive Council of Hong Kong. Well, of course, this is all speculation, but can't prove any of it. But if Josephine was using positive chi that the fortune engine was casting off, she isn't getting it anymore. Your foster father saw to that. I wonder what'll happen to her. Guess we'll have to wait and see. So, Seattle, what now? Yeah, exactly. Figured that out in the first 3 hours of the game. Yeah, that's what it was. Tsang Mechanical Services. The reason why Josephine Tsang didn't let her son, fix the problem when he first discovered it was that there was good luck there. The fortune engine was generating good fortune. It's just that Josephine Tsang was taking that all for herself and leaving all the bad luck in Kowloon Walled City, where it only affected the poor, who didn't have any kind of representation and couldn't make any kind of stink about it. Now, bed. Good plan for everybody, but especially you, James. You look like shit. Look, just because I'm covered in demon blood from punching a demon in the dick like 25 times, why does everybody tell me that? So, there's plenty more dialogue at this point. You can catch up with all of your team members. But, this is the end of the game. We have completed the mission. We have defeated the demon goddess. We have seen our foster father pay for his sins in the way that he wished to. We have turned off the fortune engine. And now, here we are. Back in the boat. Back where we found ourselves right at the start of the game. We are a Shadowrunner, we have money in our pocket, and finally, we are free of the shadow that's been lurking over us this whole time. We done it. We did it. And now it is time to go to bed. Your bunk on the trawler lies waiting, patient and seductive. It beckons with the prospect of escape. Time to go to sleep and end the campaign. You drop your head onto the pillow and haul the rough naval blanket over you. The big Texas rocks like a cradle, and moments later you are wrapped in the comforting arms of sleep. There are no nightmares. Only shadows. The story of the Walled City riots circulates local news networks for nearly a week. Few outside of Hong Kong hear about the incident, and of those that do, even fewer care. By the end of the month, the city is back to business as usual. In Heyoi, a flow of refugees eventually slows to a trickle. Those who do escape tell stories of a terrifying demon goddess and of an old man who sacrificed his soul to banish her. Their mad ramblings are generally met with pity or contempt. After the incident in the walled city, the unbroken lucky streak that propelled Sang Mechanical Services into the limelight comes to an abrupt end. Evidence of Josephine Tsang's culpability in the walled city riots, as delivered by a reliable source, is aired on the Horizon News Network, and the corporation's stock prices go into a freefall. Within a year, Wuxing Incorporated buys out, absorbs, and dismantles the company, and Josephine Tsang is quietly filed away in a corporate prison. She remains there, buried behind walls of concrete and rebar, until she hangs herself 3 months later. Heyoi remains a safe port of call for smugglers, gangsters, and Shadowrunners alike. You are no exception. The Shadows here welcome you in a way that Seattle never did. You've earned the respect of your fixer, your clients, and your community. And now that the APB on you and your team has been lifted, by parties unknown, you are free to operate openly in Hong Kong. This place is yours now. You're home. And there we are. That is the campaign. Am I going insane, or was there a way to save everyone by fixing the engine? I don't think there's a way to fix the engine. There is a way to save everybody. Like, if you persuade... So, like I said, there's a way to, if you go through all the appropriate dialogue and get the emails, and you talk to Raymond, there's also something you have to say to Raymond, I believe. Anyway, if you do everything exactly right, then you can persuade Chanya to just fuck off. And if you do that, then there's no need for Raymond to sacrifice himself to shut down the tunnel, because she's gone. She's not sucking souls anymore. And so you can just shut it down and everyone gets to live. I don't think you can turn the machine on. I don't think you can fix the machine, but you can shut it off safely, nobody dies. Besides, of course, the people who have already died. And then it's like, it's very simple. So yeah, I don't think you can, I don't think you can give the walled city good luck. Alright, yeah, it's a good game. I really enjoy this game. Shadowrun Hong Kong is I think one of the real good ones. As you saw, the last section there is a little bit buggy, and that happens, but, you know, it is what it is. Now, I will say this, and I will put it up to the chat. There is another campaign. There is the bonus Shadows of Hong Kong campaign. This was designed by the original writers. It requires import of a final save game from the main campaign, and it is set immediately after the main Shadowrun Hong Kong campaign. Using the same characters, it imports your builds. It is more tactically challenging. It's designed for the combat to be, like, tougher. It's still not incredibly hard, but, you know, it's one step up from the main campaign. So, if you would like to watch that, I would be happy to play Shadows of Hong Kong as well. You know, the continued adventures of Big Jim and the Punch Gang. And we can kind of see where that goes. So, you know, let me know. Yeah, this is the DLC campaign, Shadows of Hong Kong. Let me know if you'd enjoy that. You know, let me know on Discord and chat here. How big is it in comparison to the main game? It's shorter. It's not insubstantial. Like, there's a bunch of missions in Shadows of Hong Kong. But it's not quite as big as the baseline campaign. So I'd be happy to do that. I may do that sometime in the near future. I'm not going to jump back into this immediately. I am still, of course, streaming Cyberstorm, and I need to finish up the Punch Wizard tournament that I started. I need to finish posting videos about that. And there's some other new things coming up. So, you know, I've been tempted to go into Mechanicus, because Mechanicus is a great turn-based strategy game. And we'll just see what the future holds. But thank you all so much for coming with me on this little adventure and watching as Big Jim proceeded through his story. I'm sorry that I didn't manage to get the best ending. Like I said, there must have been something I forgot to do. the fact that the game does have little bugs where sometimes dialogue doesn't show up at the time you expect does make it a little bit trickier. And of course, I was just trying to move through the game, keep things moving, keep things interesting. Anyway, but I'll, you know, you can certainly see that ending elsewhere. I'm not going to go back all the way through the game just to fix that. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've had fun. I certainly had fun playing. And, I will see y'all in the next stream. Take care. Have a good evening. And, look forward to some more fun stuff happening this Wednesday. Have a good one.